That's all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed
That can't be all.
the slew of games in today's showcase.
A big thank you to
There's normally one last announcement.
for
Wow, that really is
Check
it.
out our official Twitter.
Everyone, welcome to the channel here at Press Start. My name is Darcy. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. We are here reacting to Indie World, the Nintendo showcase that's going on today. About 20 minutes of indie projects that are coming to the Nintendo Switch in the next several months, up to, of course, in the next year or so. And I hope that you are excited to react to this like I am. Of course, if you're watching this video, then that means you missed my live stream, but that's okay. Go down to the description, head over there, hit the follow button so next time you can be live. And also, if you don't want to do that, but you want to see more of my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of future videos. And if you like what I'm doing, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on what was your favorite announcement from the Indie World Showcase. I, myself, am hoping that we just see a couple more RPGs and strategy RPGs. Of course, those are my favorite genre, so I want to see some more of that, but I don't know exactly what to expect when it comes to this Indie World project, and we are getting ready right now. So let's see what is happening here with the Nintendo Switch.
Our indie partners span the globe, from Sweden to Australia and Japan. And we can't wait to see what they've been cooking up. So let's get started.
Well, they just said Japan, so my desire for some RPGs could be there. Is this that Ooblets game or Ooblets or whatever? Look at that. Look at me. I called it. Ooblets Clumberland. I'm so smart.
Oh, don't you just love games that are cozy and weird?
Oh, I absolutely do. This charming creature collection and farm simulation game from Glumberland has everything to give you the warm fuzzies.
I've never played this, but I know it's been pretty well received.
Befriend the locals. Decorate your house. Run your own shop. And most importantly, have epic dance battles.
I love the dance battles though, I won't lie.
Different locations. Visit the arcade-packed boardwalk in Port Forward. Saunter through the spooky swamps of Nowhere. And ascend the frozen peaks of Tippy Top.
Ooblets.
Coming out this summer.
Onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
I know it's currently on Steam. Is it on any other console? I'm not for sure.
Mesmerizing Planets awaits. In this fast-paced
Nintendo Switch Pro. It would not be announced here, but that would be great. I will tell you, I played the preview version of this game, and it was fun, but for some reason on my PC, it did not perform well. I had a lot of lag, latency issues. I don't know if that was just my preview build that I had, but
your conscience will carry.
I am a little curious on how this is going to perform on the Switch based off of that experience.
Choose your destiny in Batora, Lost Haven, launching on Nintendo Switch this fall.
こんにちは、生高橋です。エレケッドがもうすぐ Nintendo Switch で遊べるようになります。
What is Elekhead? I feel like there is a slight delay
それをブラッシュアップしたのが
with him.
本作になります。見てください。
Oh, okay. So it's almost like a Mario. This reminds me of like Mario and Mega Man. I don't know why I get this Mega Man type feel.
2D puzzle platformer. Then we've got just the game for you from Nama Takahashi.
Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. Well, I mean, actually, you should. detach and throw your head to
Oh, I love that. I love that
You need to
aspect.
retrieve it within 10 seconds, or else. There are plenty of hidden rooms and secrets to discover, so use your head, literally.
This looks fun. This looks fun.
This summer.
Day 3 of no caffeine. Oh man, Kyle, you're gonna pass out as you deliver mail. You're gonna be walking up, go to put it in the mailbox, and just. There's another rhythm shooter. So like beats per minute, and there's like that metal one that's coming out too. That has like the lead singer from oh my god, Trivium. Soundfall.
Feel the beat in Soundfall. This fast-paced, rhythm-based dungeon crawler from Noodle Cake and Drastic Games combines looter-shooter action with musical gameplay that'll keep you on your toes.
And tapping your toes.
I will say from playing Rhythm Fighters on the Nintendo Switch, I do find rhythm-based games fun. They are a lot of fun, but they are hard in a sense because like you gotta even move to the beat. Now this one doesn't necessarily have you move to the beat, but I think you're gonna have to keep that rhythm going even when there's not enemies around to keep looks like your score multiplier.
Different musical heroes to choose from. Over 500 pieces of equipment.
It looks really cool though. I like this. I like this art style.
Combinations, giving you opportunities for multiple playthroughs.
Get your
Ooh, coming out later today. I love shadow drops like that.
System later today. Why is it freezing in here?
You better be ready to weather the snowstorm in Wild Frost. Take on the harsh elements in this tactical roguelike deck builder from Deadpan Games. Build and customize your deck as you set off to put an end to the eternal frost.
I love these kind of games, but I struggle to finish them. Like I find them a lot of fun, but I always will get after like, I'll say like 5 to 10 hours, and then I'm like, all right, I'm cool, and I like quit playing them.
Wild Frost makes it snowy.
I don't know what it is about it that I just cannot finish those kind of games. Roguelike deck builders are very weird. Yeah, I mean, I find them so fun, but I just, like I said, I just can never bring myself to actually finish them, and that's the problem. I continue, because I like them so much, I continue to search for a roguelite deck builder that brings me to completion. I guess that like gets me hooked to the point where I'm like, I need to see this game's end. I need to complete the game. Like Encryption, right? Encryption got rave reviews and all these things, and I actually really enjoy Encryption. But I have not went back to finish it after I've gotten, like, I think I'm like 6 or 7 hours in. I have not gone back to finish it yet. Trials of Fire, same thing. I can see, Kyle, the thing that's going on right now for myself is I can see really well, but
you heard that
I
right.
know you said you need to see the game. I can see really well, but the problem is my left eye is stronger than my right eye right now, so I'm still having this like weird pull in my head, so like I get some headaches off of it. So we'll see how like I'm gonna stream this, and of course I'm also recording it for YouTube, so hi YouTube, you're hearing this too, but I'm recording this, and then we're going to stop streaming, and then later today, during my normal time, I'm going to stream, but we'll see how long that stream actually is going to go. I own this on Steam, but I've never played it. I got it for free on there. Yeah, it's a weird off-balancing thing. Again, it kind of feels like my left side is like further back than my right side, so it just causes these headaches.
Way onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
And so like it causes things to look a little blurry, you know. Like thankfully I'm not too far away from the screen right now, so like it's not blurry, but there is this blurriness that I have on things because of it. This looks like a Wild West, what is the name? The Neon Guns game. I don't remember what it's called, but this is like a Wild West version of it, it looks like to me. Gunbrella. And it comes from a Devolver Digital, of course it does.
Rough woodsman on a quest.
I dig this game. I probably will never play it, but I do dig this.
Cast of increasingly bizarre characters.
If I didn't have a ton of games that I want to play and like also prefer, I would likely pick this up. Gunbrella looks cool.
Dark twists and turns lie ahead.
Gunbrella launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
Hey everyone, I'm Jared Huntley, lead programmer on We Are OFK.
And I'm Luca LaFay, lead singer of the band OFK.
We're super excited.
There's like a weird audio latency thing.
Switch.
Hey Jared, can I get your opinion on...
It's interesting that this, We Are OFK, is here when it was first announced at a Sony event. It was a Sony State of Play. So I'm curious on, does this mean Sony is did not get marketing rights towards this game, like to push it out, or did Nintendo pay more to bring it over towards their marketing rights?
This musical narrative from indie pop band OFK is gonna take you on quite the emotional ride. Set in downtown Los Angeles, Itsumi Saito struggles to establish herself in LA's ruthless music scene while managing a full-time job, a social life, and a brutal commute. But a chance encounter with a rising Hollywood music producer may give her the edge she needs to achieve her dreams.
This one I actually am
released weekly and
looking forward to.
Videos with a fully voiced cast. You'll witness the lives of Itsumi and her friends unfold. You're allowed to.
I've been kind of like, I shouldn't say captivated, but I've had my attention
over song lyrics at
grabbed by this game since it was announced. It looks cool, it looks awesome and stuff.
The band journey that's sure to pull at your heartstrings.
We Are OFK. Drums onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
Hi, I'm Dom.
And I'm Tom.
And we're Spiral Circus.
We are an indie games developer based in Bristol, UK, and our passion for the stranger and surreal side of art.
We're gonna refresh this real quick and see if that helps with the audio delay.
We're really
all right, so no, it looks like the audio delay is just their stream. It's like it.
Oceanic world of Silt on Nintendo Switch.
Take a deep breath and dive.
Well, it could be. There's a lot of things that it could be, Hatsuma, right? It's hard to say because we don't know any kind of agreements or anything. It's more me just speculating and curious in that regard.
Filled with strange machinery, ancient ruins.
But you're right. I mean, don't get me wrong. An indie world showcase will not get as much attention as a PlayStation State of Play. So you're very, very true in that aspect. Going out there will get you more eyes on you. But just curious that The last time we saw it was at the Sony State of Play, and now it reemerges at a Nintendo Indie World showcase.
Plunge into the dark waters of
How did the agreement to be debuted at the Sony State of Play change or impact how it came out here now at State of Play, or the Indie World?
Oh, I know, right? But guess what? In many motorways from developer Dinosaur Polo Club, the key to solving the city's congestion problems is you. Draw and build roads to create a bustling metropolis and keep traffic flowing on maps inspired by real-life cities.
I couldn't do this game.
As demands
I know 100% my brain just would not work for me.
And buckle up for mini motorways, cruising onto Nintendo Switch later today.
Nice.
Whoa, a flying hospital. That's new. I've never seen that before.
Then hop aboard this heartfelt narrative adventure from Ghost Pattern, set in 1970s rural Australia. As intrepid teen journalist Casey, you'll come to know
so far
a cast of eclectic voiced
I haven't had any game that
stories they
like
tell
super
and
jumps
the
out at
moments you
me.
share. Each story unfolds in
Soundfall
real
was
time,
good so
at the same
so
time,
far, but
so you get
none
to
of these
choose
indie
which
games
ones you want to
directly appeal to
experience.
me, but it is a good
Enter the
variety of
part of the
games.
conversation.
Wayward Strand lands on Nintendo Switch July 21st.
A randomly generated world awaits in this action-adventure game from Massive Monster. As a possessed lamb saved by a foreboding stranger from a ritual sacrifice, you need to repay your debt by creating a loyal community of woodland worshippers.
Gather resources to build structures. Then, gather your courage to brave deadly dungeons like the Silk Cradle. Venture through its dark depths, teeming with razor spiders and toxic millipedes, to challenge the dungeon's overlord Shavura.
I do. This one looks really cool. Again, another one that I likely will not play.
Drops onto Nintendo Switch this
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Tell Junior that's very well appreciated. What is this? A brand new Souls-like? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Shells-like. This is ridiculous. We have had quite a few crab fighters. Another crab's treasure. That's great.
Hey Crab fans, I'm Nick.
And I'm Kalen. Previously, Aggro Crab released Going Under, and it didn't make us rich. So this time, we're selling out and giving the people what they want. Crabs. Souls-likes are known for their difficulty. and we want
This
to create
is
a game that
ridiculous.
fits that challenge.
Powerful
This is so
Uma.
ridiculous.
If you don't, you'll be in a...
But like
Before you know it.
ridiculous in a way that like I'm super intrigued by this.
Another crab's treasure, which sidesteps
Coming out
onto
next year.
Nintendo Switch next year. For our last segment, we'd like to show you a sneak peek of several more indie games coming to Nintendo Switch. Enjoy!
All right, so here's the typical sizzle reel, and then they usually end with something else. So that's important to keep in mind. It looks like Opus is going to be on here. Opus is currently on Steam. It's supposed to be really, really good. So I don't know. That might be one that I would pick up on. Think, hey, Cobalt, things went well. I can see much better today than I have been able to recently. I did make mention that I'm going to finish this stream, then I'm going to leave, and then I'm going to come back at my normal time that I would stream. But we will see what I We will see basically how long that normal stream is, because I still am getting headaches from my vision trying to adjust. But things have been going well, and we are getting better every day. All the frustrations and the pain that I had from the surgery is gone. I haven't had to use my drops, and there it is, Opus. Oh, and Opus is coming out later today too. This is supposed to be really good. I've seen a lot of great things on this. This is actually on my Steam wish list.
That's all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed
That can't be all.
the slew of games in today's showcase.
A big thank you to
There's normally one last announcement.
indie partners working on games for Nintendo Switch. And as always, thank you for
Wow, that really is it.
Check out our official Twitter account to stay up to date on all the latest Indie World news. Until next time, happy gaming!
That really is it? Wow. That is surprising. That is extremely surprising, because Indie World normally does, and don't get me wrong, I know a lot of, showcases do this, but they always go, oh, and we're going to leave you with one more announcement, and then they proceed to do that announcement. So the fact that they actually were like, hey, our last segment is going to be the Sizzle Reel, and then we're done, and then they actually followed through and did that is fairly surprising. Overall, the Indie World showcase, I mean, of course, Indie World is always going to range for every person who watches it, because it is just that. So if you are an indie game fan, you're gonna enjoy it maybe more so than, of course, someone who doesn't like indie games. And then, of course, it always is dependent on what indie games are showing off. And so, like, for myself, this was a very Indie World for me. I didn't have many, I guess I should say, games that actually stood out to me that I am interested in getting. Downfall is the only one that really stood out to me that I was like, oh, that seems cool. I would be willing to pick that one up. The only other one is Opus. I have that game on my Steam wish list. I've heard a lot of great things about it, and I have been wanting to pick that up at some point. So the fact that it is coming out to Switch is great. Based off of what I saw, though, in the quick Sizzle Reel trailer, that did look like the FPS for the game is locked at 30. So, that, as always, right, the Switch console is a less powerful console than, most modern consoles, like obviously the PlayStation 5, PS4, and Xbox Series and Xbox One. But Opus did not seem like a very hardware demanding title. So I'm a little surprised about the way it looked in that showcase, if it is actually indeed locked to 30 frames per second, because I feel like that game could have easily have been played at 60 frames per second. Yeah, this Indie World was definitely not a hit for someone like me and my taste in games. But that, again, is one of the beauties, I guess I would say, of Indie World, is they're not ones that are, you must watch these to react to every single one that gets announced. They're always going to be hit and miss, and for some people, this may have been one of the best Indie Worlds that they released, because there was a number of games that intrigued them in their genre. But for me and what I like, this was definitely a miss. And just again, I just want to stress for a final point on this video that I am still very surprised they did not end with an actual final announcement and actually ended with a Sizzle Reel. But as always, everybody, what did you think of the Indie World Showcase? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of future videos. And if you also would be so inclined to do so, hit that like button and share it with a friend, so that way they can come over here and see more over on Press Start. But as always, everybody, that is all we have here for Press Start. And remember, as always, your gaming news starts right here.